Hi, I'm Will Worsfold and I'm the Early Years Leader and Oak Class Teacher here at the Academy of Cuxton Schools. I'm joined by an experienced team with over 20 years experience in teaching early years, which basically means that we must love it and we know what an important year it is for your child, their first year at primary school. We are passionate in engaging, motivating and inspiring young children to foster a love of learning for themselves, and this prepares them for the next stage in their education. We hope that the following slides will show you exactly how we do that at Cuxton School, and we hope that these slides help you make an informed decision of where best to send your child, wherever that may be. Thanks for watching. So, early years, what's it all about? We follow a document called Development Matters, which is the early years curriculum from birth to the end of reception. This culminates in what we call the early learning goals. These are the expected achievements of all children finishing reception year. These 37 early learning goals are split into 7 areas of learning, the areas that you see on the screen here. The first 3, personal, social and emotional development, are one area of learning. Then you have physical development, and then communication and language. These are called the prime areas. Without effective development in these areas, children are unlikely to make good progress in the other 4 specific areas, which are called literacy, maths, understanding of the world, which is science, and expressive arts and design. At Cuxton, we believe in teaching the whole child, and each one of these areas is equally important, because not all children will grow up to be authors or mathematicians. We need to be inspiring learning and interests in all areas and all aspects, so children can grow up to choose whatever they want to be and foster their own interests, and we like to encourage these. This is what a typical day in the life of a reception child at Cuxton School might look like. They come in at 8:30 and get on with some interesting morning activities on the tables. These would include fun and enjoyable fine and gross motor activities to improve their physical development and eventually their pencil grip and handwriting. We then would have a daily phonics input, which follows the letters and sounds programme, which you can Google if you're interested. There are some PowerPoint videos on our reception class website page as well, which would help you understand more about how we teach phonics at Cuxton School. Children are taught as a whole group at first in phonics, and then they are split depending on their learning needs, so that children receive the support and the challenge that they need to make the best progress. The children then go outside to have a physical development break, which resets them and refreshes them ready for the next session. They really enjoy this time because they get to go outside and play on the bikes and scooters that we have and use some of the other sports equipment such as skipping ropes, tennis rackets, balancing beams and other ball games, which helps improve their skills and helps them improve their physical health and well-being. The children then come back in for topic about 5 to 10, which varies depending on the interests of the class. We are a school that prides ourselves and develops our curriculum based on what the children are interested in. We have certain topics we teach each term, and then we have a few free topics, which is when the children decide what they want to learn about. We believe that if children are genuinely interested in a topic and it comes from them, they'll be so much more engaged and willing to learn more effectively and make the best progress. We then go into child-initiated learning for at least an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon. This is where the children are able to learn through their own interests and choose what toys and activities they want to play with. They can choose whether they go inside or outside, use the role play area, the small world play, play with the animals, the Play-Doh, junk modelling, mud kitchen, all sorts of interesting things that we swap around and change depending on what the children are interested in. We take the learning to them and teach through their play. And because they're engaged, they're more willing to learn. We are sneaky with our child-initiated learning. We have what we call rainbow challenges each week, and these are based on the 7 areas of learning that we spoke about earlier. The children get a coloured lolly stick each time they complete an activity, and once they've completed all 7, they become a rainbow champion, and they get to ring a special bell and sing, "I'm a rainbow champion!" and everybody claps and cheers them and celebrates their success. This helps us ensure that every area of learning is met by every child each week, and that way we are ensuring we are developing the whole child. After child-initiated learning, the children will go to lunch, and we'll stay with the children for 15 minutes to help get them settled and ensure they have their lunch, and then the midday meal supervisors will come in and stay with the children for their lunch break. These members of staff will stay with the children all year round, so they become very familiar with them and get to know your children very well. After lunch, we have a maths input where we follow the number block episodes to help teach children the numbers. You can find these on the BBC website, and they're an amazing way to help children engage with maths and fully understand maths concepts. We also use the White Rose Hub scheme throughout the school, which helps ensure children are challenged and using their numbers to apply them to problem-solving activities, and this helps children apply their knowledge and skills to other areas of learning. We then have another child-initiated learning session of at least another hour, and then towards the end of the day, when the children are getting tired, we have a nice story time, or we'll engage in some fun handwriting activities and get ready for home time. Fruit and water is available as a rolling snack in the morning and the afternoon, and this is provided by the government free of charge for your children. So moving on to transition, this is how we are hopefully envisaging our transition process working in September for your children. In July, we will try to visit most of the preschools to visit the children and build a rapport with them and get to know them in their own familiar environment. We'll also ask any of the staff there if there's anything that we need to know or any interests that your children have, ready to welcome them in September. We will also arrange home visits with yourselves. These are optional, but they give you a great opportunity to ask any questions and for us to get to know your children even better. In September, we feel a short, quick transition is best so children become familiar with the routine as quickly as possible. It also helps you become prepared, ready for September with childcare needs as well. Monday and Tuesday would be a short morning session where you pick them up at 12. This gives the children the opportunity to get used to the setting and the children around them and have time at home to digest and speak to you about how their day's been. Wednesday and Thursday they would stay for lunch and have a longer session with us. Then on the Friday the children would be in all day and would be picked up at 3 or 3:10 depending on when the school day finishes. Then from the next week the children would be in 5 days a week, full time, all day, and then that means that the children get used to the routine as quickly as possible. Here is a slide that gives you more information about our home visits. These are optional visits where we get the opportunity to come to your house and talk to you in your own familiar setting and get to know your child even more. It helps us build a rapport with them and get to really know what makes them tick and what their interests are, so we can tailor our curriculum to them. There'll be a few short questions that you could answer for us, which will really help us prepare the classroom and the setting for the child. It's also a great opportunity for you to ask us any questions, of which I'm sure you'd have many. Finally, thank you very much for taking the time to listen, and I hope this has helped you make a decision of where best to send your child. Hopefully we'll see more of you in the coming year. Take care and have a lovely Christmas.